I've heard that Zac is a very unorthodox fighter coming from Bridgeport, West Virginia, Dragon's Den. Tough to predict what he's going to do, keeps the opposing fighter on his heels.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the thing he did to Jason. He just kept him on his heels the whole time. Jason was just a spectacular wrestler, ended up taking it down to the ground. I think from then, Zac has been just working on his wrestling game, trying to work on the weaknesses, which was the, wrestling and being able to defend that takedown.
Brett Shoenfelt entering the ring right now, 175 pounds out of Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, fights at a Tactical Combat Academy. He said the key to this fight is making sure that he waits on the straight left. That's what he wants to do, and says he wants to be very patient in this bout, which we've seen a little bit of in some of the recent fights, but they've all kind of ended quickly, even though there's been patience to start the round. We've managed to get early knockouts, early submissions for most of the fights that we've seen so far this evening.
Yeah, it could be interesting. It could be gamesmanship, even in his own mind. In terms of talking about being patient and landing a specific punch. Shoenfelt, I know, is very aggressive. He's very aggressive, and he listed on his occupation in the pre-fight interview sheet, sandbagger.
Yeah, I like that. That's a nice touch.
And so he might been sandbagging even in saying how he was going to execute it. Yeah, exactly. I got to meet him a week or so ago. He's an interesting guy, comes from a rough background, very aggressive. I look for him to come out, with guns blazing. Well,
Zac Gobel is a guy who, by most accounts, is one that isn't all that scared about taking an off-the-book angle, isn't all that put off by doing something a little bit different. You might not teach it, you might not learn it straight from the blackboard or anything like that, but that's how he likes to fight. And he'll take unorthodox angles and different approaches to try to take down his opponent and try to end the fight.
The first person that comes to mind is John Jones. Just people watching him fight, I mean, you just see such an unorthodox style. Zac is the similar way. He comes in, he throws stuff that you've never seen before, and it can really catch you off guard.
Zac also renowned to be cardio crazy from, again, the Dragon's Den in Bridgeport, West Virginia. And we saw how much cardio can come into play with that first fight on the professional card tonight.
Right, cardio is such a big factor in mixed martial arts. If your heart's not working to throw that punch, I mean, you're just going to get eaten alive. And cardio also plays. It's also a lot of mentality. You got to have the mental capacity to deal with, getting punched and just deal with the overall aggression of mixed martial arts.
If you, in the middle of a fight, at any moment have to have a thought about being tired or oh my gosh or does it really takes away at your heart in that fight. You can't have you don't want to have to think about your cardio when you're in the fight. You don't want to have to think about it. And from what I understand, Gobel is a machine. One thing I do know, both of these guys are intense.
The Gold Buyers of Pittsburgh giving you this fight between Zac Gobel and Brett Shoenfelt. See Gobel in the red corner, working out of the blue corner. Excuse me, Shoenfelt out of the red corner. Gobel will be working out of the blue corner. The Gold Buyers of Pittsburgh sponsoring this bout. Let's get the official announcement to start things off from Dan Bogan.
You can see the intensity of
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening. It's in the professional welterweight division, calling for 3 5-minute rounds. First, welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 175 pounds with a 71-inch reach. His record is 2 wins, 1 losses, fighting out of the Dragon's Den. He's from Bridgeport, West Virginia. Welcome, Zac Bad News at 11 Gobel! His opponent is in the red corner, 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing 174 pounds. His reach is 69 inches. His record, 6 wins, 3 losses. He fights for Tactical Combat Academy from Hollidaysburg. Welcome, Brett Shoenfelt!
Set for 3 rounds, 5 minutes each. Shoenfelt and Gobel, a penultimate match of the evening. Next up, the main event between Dominic Mazzota and Jordan Espinosa here on Gladiators of the Cage. Tim Benz, Brian Fyock, and Adam Milstead on the call. Gobel, a lot of theatrics before the match started. A lot of energy exuded in the pre-fight stare down, if you will.
Gobel's left hand way down.
Shoenfelt comes out with a...
the karate kick, crane kick.
Yeah.
These guys are wound so tightly right now. Absolute intensity right here.
Shoenfelt using the kicks quite a bit. Now comes in high with a couple blows to the head.
It was a good level change that Shoenfelt did. Went low first and came back high with the hook.
Gobel almost showing a karate style, you know, just with his hands low. Interesting strategy against a guy like Shoenfelt with his intensity and his stand-up.
Shoenfelt's grinding him up against the cage, throwing some nice punches. Again, I'm big on this, but having that that underhook there makes a big difference. You can really control somebody. Elbows being thrown.
Gobel almost surprisingly relaxed in this position. Nice knee, another one.
Nice.
Shoenfelt actually definitely felt those ones.
Gobel seems comfortable working against the cage.
He's really not expending a lot of energy right here. Schoenfelt's having to expend all the energy.
Ooh. Couple nice lefts.
Big kick from Gobel.
Gobel almost with that Stephen Wonderboy Thompson style from Stephen Thompson from UFC. Nice kick. That karate style, Stephen Thompson known for that as well. Big right hand from Shoenfelt right back.
Another kick caught him.
Wow. Big shot by Gobel.
What if Shoenfelt was stunned by that first one because he never saw that last one coming and he was staring right at it.
Gobel's ear, the cauliflower ear.
That can affect you, absolutely. And right now, Shoenfelt will score a takedown. Yeah, that cauliflower ear, man, once it gets too bad, man, it can definitely just keep opening up, just like a scar on the face.
Yeah, a lot of scar tissue.
Remember, like Forrest Griffin, guys like that who have a lot of scar tissue on the face.
Well, Shoenfelt working the shoulder into the face of Gobel right in front of us here.
That's definitely a great technique to use. More or less just trying to get inside the mind of Zac, trying to let him know that he's in control right now.
And Shoenfelt pounding the head with the right hand.
When I'm working with people, coaching or training students, anything like that, we tell them, make it as uncomfortable as possible. When you're on top, make it as uncomfortable as possible. That's what Shoenfelt was doing. Now Gobel has, you know, reversed that position, but he was making it really uncomfortable for him.
Inflict damage in any position you get into.
Yeah, absolutely. Shoenfelt not letting go of that leg. He's making it hard for Gobel to get up.
Zac has a good opportunity. Oh, wow.
And a surprising and sudden submission. Wow.
Gobel got to that quickly and finished off the bout.
Shoenfelt can't believe it. He's stunned. I'm stunned. I looked away for a second.
That was quick.
Well, this one ends in the first round, as did the last fight. This courtesy is submission from Zac Gobel from Bridgeport, West Virginia. Let's take another look. After we saw a few of the kicks early on, let's take another look at those first, guys.
Those kicks were for real. They were absolutely for real. No joke. And wow, Shoenfelt just got a little lazy there.
Wow. Didn't need any hooks on that. Just took the choke. Saw it.
It looks like Shoenfelt just really, you know, didn't respect the position he was in, but you know, his back was given in that situation. You got to protect your neck.
So we've had a couple of bouts that have ended quickly here in the first round, setting up the main event between Jordan Espinosa and Dominic Mazzata next. But right now we got to go into the ring and check in with Dan Bogan to get the official fight announcement on this victory for Gobel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the contest ended in round 1 at 3 minutes and 38 seconds via tap out, a result of the rear naked choke. For your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Zac, bad news at 11, Gobel!
Katie O'Malley talking to Zac Gobel right now. Go ahead, Katie.
Thank you so much, Tim. Clearly a lot of respect between both of these competitors. Zac Gobel now a 3-1 professional record. How do you feel about tonight's fight?
It went really fast.
Do you remember anything?
Well, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Entertaining you guys and putting on a show has been my pleasure. And if that's one thing you can count on, it's me pleasuring myself. So I'm out.
There you have it, Tim. Back to you.
Well, somebody has to be pleasured, I guess. If you can't do it for anybody else, you better do it for yourself. That's Zac Gobel, the winner of the second to last bout of the evening from West Virginia. Up next, the main event, Dominic Mazzata and Jordan Espinosa. Those guys will put on the show to close things out at Stage AE, Gladiators of the Cage. North Shore, rise to Power 3.